So hey, this is the Cosmic Weather Report for the week of October 12th, 2020. And if you're watching this, you are likely an air sign, or you have placements in air signs, which bring you here to me today. So maybe the sun, moon, or rising was in the sign of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius at the moment of your birth. And a note about this. So let's say that your sun was in the sign of Libra, and so you're watching this as an air sign because you're a Libra, right? But maybe it doesn't resonate and it doesn't make sense, but you have the moon in Sagittarius, or maybe you're a Sagittarius rising. You check out the fire sign video because Sagittarius is a fire sign, and you may be like, wow, this really resonates. So what I'm saying is check out some of the other videos if this doesn't resonate, and see if perhaps the energy that you are moving through you that I'm picking up on is coming through your rising or your moon sign, perhaps not your sun sign. Alas, this is the video for folks who are resonating with the air sign energy right now, and I'm going to get into what I picked up for you all. So, this is what came through. We are at a party, right? And it's the last real, happening hour of the party. Some, people who don't love to party have already started to leave, but there's still the majority of the people there. People are still accepting a drink, for instance. Perhaps they're going to get something more to eat or drink. They're still in it. It's the last hour of that. And there's this sense that this pleasant social energy that we have access to right now, the fun that we're experiencing, we might look around and see some faces that we know and that we like to engage in conversation with. But the sense is that soon we won't have access to that. And there's some pressure here. It feels like this is the last opportunity that we have for a while to experience social fun and entertainment. What happens in the upcoming Scorpio season, which will begin on October 23rd, is maybe not going to be very pleasant. Mercury retrograde is going to be happening as well. It'll be moving retrograde through Scorpio and then back into the sign of Libra, an air sign. And with the election coming up at the beginning of November, in the midst of Scorpio season, it's feeling daunting, intimidating, and a little scary ahead of us. But here we are, we're still sort of in this sweet spot of perhaps enjoying ourselves. So here's the thing, do enjoy yourself. Do that, right? Don't just hop into Scorpio season ahead of time. The temptation has really been there to go into that vibe already. So do your best to stay in the qualities of Libra that we enjoy and that we want to soak up while we can, which is socializing with folks, flirting even. There's a lightness, hearing from other people's perspectives and being willing to take in information from others that may not line up with what is our own, but actually just listening and being there for it. That is some advice for these final 10 days or so. If you can do that while not selling yourself out and while staying authentic, I think probably Aquarius, it's perhaps easiest for you to do this, although you may have some learned behaviors that you engage in, perhaps at work, to stay safe, in your position. But there may even be, something's coming through about a way that you may be people pleasing that keeps you safe on the job. And I definitely want to say that I support you in prioritizing your physical health. I am curious about if you're the person that this is happening to, can you please begin to explore other types of work that could support you and meet your financial needs that wouldn't put your safety at risk. Let's just entertain that as a possibility and begin to open up space for a different work environment, okay? Because you deserve to be safe. So while this is not generally an Aquarius quality to be two-faced, we do know that with Libra and Gemini, it is. And there are reasons why you may, somebody's dumbing themselves down. Stop it. Like, don't do that. That's not how this energy likes to be, okay? The capacity to see more than one perspective, that is amazing. Continue to bring that forward, but please do not dumb yourself down or make yourself not yourself to do okay in a certain environment, in a certain discussion or conversation, or within a particular group, because that's part of what Scorpio hates about the human experience and about themselves. And I'm going to tell Scorpio the same thing, but please, air sign, be on the lookout for behavior that is not really who you are. Going into Scorpio season and the rest of 2020, you do not want to take this baggage with you, especially if romance is on the table here. If there's going to be a question about why something did or did not work out down the line, at least what you need to give to yourself is a fair shot so that you don't have to wonder later, God, maybe if I had just been myself, it actually would have worked out. I've had this exact experience before and I'll never have the answer because that person was done with me, okay? Where there was no going back. Although there was a sense and a comment made that if I had just been myself, things could have worked out. There was too much around what I had to do to keep that part of myself hidden that created dysfunction, disharmony, and separation between me and the person that ironically I was trying to connect with, right? So to not sell yourself short, and maybe it's a defense mechanism to keep yourself from getting hurt, but we know that you get hurt anyway. So why are we even doing that anymore? Why? Why? While we're on the subject of asking why do we pretend like everyone is not fucked up? We all have our shit. It's time to be accepting. Be your real self, particularly with people that you want to have a long-term connection with, whether it's romantic, professional, or otherwise. Being your true self, it's where like the juice is, and it's how this is really going to up-level you so that we can enter into 2021, not to manifest our most beautiful dreams in terms of all the property that we're going to own, but that will be in alignment with who we really are, so that we're not in trouble with self. Love you, bye.